Hello guys and welcome to the 100th episode of the series. It has been truly a remarkable journey with some highs, some very hard fought lows, some spectacular crashes and some insane overtakes and about a million flashbacks along the way, unfortunately, but we have cut them down from the first season, so there's been improvements with each and every season. Yes guys, this is episode 100 of the F1 2017 career mode here on the Game of Games F1 2017. I'm hoping that I can share this with you guys. It's been a really great journey to be on. I've come across some amazing people who have come to my streams, quite regular. There's, shout outs to the likes of Wasbeck, FIFA Norway, Positively Glad, of course, or Posglad84. There's Landon. Just guys who. Why have I gone onto YouTube? Just guys who, who have come into my channel so much that it's been so amazing just to see them here, stream after stream after stream, and I guess the only thing I can say is thank you so much for sticking with me. I mean, like I say, there have been some races where it's been really difficult to have to continue. I mean, there was a phase where I was starting to get a little demotivated, but like I say, I came back after Christmas and the response was quite good. I mean, we've had quite a lot of viewers and whatnot. Let's head to practice one anyway. And like I say, it's just been absolutely amazing. And thank you, everyone. Type it in the chat.
Welcome to Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, where the temperatures and humidity are high and conditions will be tough for the drivers. I'm here with Anthony Davidson once again. Nice to see you, Ant, and I wanted to ask you about how you go about improving the car over the course of a practice session. How much would you say is already known from the pre-race simulations?
And like I say, we are basically gonna do practice, quali, and the race all in one stream. It's something I haven't done before, and to be honest, it's the only thing. Oh, you are kidding me! It's the only thing I can really think of that
what they can't tell you is stuff like how the track conditions going to be.
Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to place my laptop somewhere.
And how all of that's going to be interacting
I can still see the chat.
There's so many millions of tiny variables involved in getting these cars around a racetrack quickly.
So much fun.
The computer can't tailor the car to a driver's specific balance requirement.
Charge, damn it, charge.
To put a human being in there and have them feel it through the seat of their pants. And that's why we end up with different drivers having different setups. So what I'm trying to say is, Crofty, nothing big.
We are here, and what have we got today in practice? We have got, it's the car setup as well. I hate the car setup. Oh, we would get that on the final one of the season, wouldn't we? Oh, that's not a problem. We've got the low fuel. Okay, well, we normally do that anyway in the first practice session. Well, the first lap. Consistent, set 3 consecutive fast laps, that's doable. Clean lap, yeah, that's a lot more easier to do on this game than it was on 2016. And of course the third sector. I'm not quite sure whether it was the third sector, whether we were any good. Could be wrong. Let's just load the Abu Dhabi setup anyway. There we go. Anyone out on track yet? Nope, but as soon as they do, they'll do that. Guys, I am just going to quickly pop off to get a couple of bits done, and then I will crack on with this season finale. We've only just made it over 100 points this season, but that's obviously because, oh, there we go, first guy out, Julian Palmer, man who never quite made the grade in F1. There we go, I will leave you to ride around with him. I'll be back as quick as I can, and then we'll get on with practice. Hello guys, we're back. Yes we are. Sorry about the delayed outgoing to this. Thought I'd leave you with some broadcast. Just wanted to basically keep this going. But yes, let's get on with this now. We've got... Oh, why have I done that? Like I said, we've got practice 1 and 2, where we basically get the first 2 objectives done. Or see whether we can get them done. Tyre management is usually quite difficult. For me personally it is anyway. Like I said, we've got track acclimatization. Let's crack on with that. Yeah, my weekend was alright, FIFA. Mainly consisted of work, but yeah, it was a very nice roast dinner today as well. So again, that was nice. And we've already murdered a... Right, so what our pace around here going to be obviously harder of all tyres at the minute. Doing the track acclimatization, so we have an idea what our pace is going to be. So some people have already expected weather around here, not me. Cracking on with this somewhat not done for the 100th episode of this series. It's been an amazing series to make. I've enjoyed every race. The only races I haven't joined is and was forced to do something I didn't really want to do. And you'd think by now that we're driving for big sport, we have repeatedly made a step back when made our teams push forward. Because my rule is always go for a team that you haven't driven for. And like I say, it's a chance to drive from McLaren actually after the 1.11 patch. Too strong to ignore. Yeah, the chance to from McLaren proved too strong to ignore. Ready we are, 4 seconds off the pace. 5. Not trying anything just yet. So we're in standard mix. Basically trying to get the car set on. So what I do is flick between the brake bias as you go down straight. That way it registers on the system that you're trying setups. So like I said, we're not really pushing it, trying to find out what pace is. I'm sure we will soon. I would like to think that around a track like this, that might be at some advantage. I mean, there's it's definitely very poorish. That's for sure. Oh, I didn't. It's alright, if it doesn't do it this lap, then we'll give up on it. Just we're not really gonna try and push for something that, especially on objectives where be quick. And so they're normally doing practice, guys, through each of the systems. curve. Thing is, we're not being chased. However, that's probably going to be a different. I would like a much more successful qualifying than I had in Brazil. Well, P15, where I wanted to be. Well, FIFA, you missed amazing Grand Prix. It was truly amazing. Oh dear. Car turned in, we've gone wide. Made a mistake. That's back end just stepped up. To be honest, I think I realised it was too late. We were just a little flying, and it just caught us out a little bit. There we go. Car setup right now. We can just focus on a time on these tyres to figure out what our actual pace is going to be, like markers or anything. This is all up to us now. Like I say, I don't expect to be anywhere near the Mercedes tyre as it is. What I want to at least go up the standings. Into the head. Power down nice and early. Traction feels really on there. As I said, it's basically 100th episode is like an extended episode for you guys here today. It means I'm making myself tired for work, but it's for you. This I'm doing for you guys. You guys have made it possible. You've made me get to 100 episodes by sticking by me and me and watching me. Like I said, you got the regulars, F.I.A, Wasbeck, Landon, 84. You know, all these guys that repeatedly they're racing at some point. Even if you're just sitting there lurking, and you know, I don't know who you are, and you watch every race, you know, you guys are still part of that as well. Just the fact that I can see that I've got people watching is all the motivation. I can just keep doing this. Like I said, we've got only seasons left after this. I think 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have moved above Kevin. So there we go. That is that part of the session done on those tyres, and I need a drink. Just realised I haven't got one. Oh, thank you very much, man. Thank you very much. Shared on Twitter. Right, so now what I normally do is I advance it to the 30-minute mark, where we then do the tyre management on the super soft tyres, which will enable us to go a little bit quicker, but also gives us an idea of what the tyre wear is going to be like and how rough we're going to be on those tyres, because there's no doubt about it, I'm rough on tyres no matter what game. That's why I struggled on F1 2013, where the tyres were like, oh, what, you're being hard on me? Ah! Pop. You know, it's just one of them things. Right, I'll be back in a second. I'm just grabbing a bottle of pop. Okay, and we are here. We are going to begin the tyre management. This will be our last piece of action for practice 1. Oh, don't worry, FIFA, I don't plan on stopping. So just hoping everyone sticks when I switch to different games once the career mode's done. Let's find out what the tyre wear is like. Still in P9 with like 30 minutes left of the session. I said there'll be some heavy development on the over the course of the winter, ready for season 6. think that we can get some significant upgrades on the car ready for Australia. As you can see, tyre wear I'm not that good on, but I never really do. I basically just use this to drive for 3 laps. Just acclimatise to the circuit. There's the Renault pits in front, so that won't get in the way.
In the target range, but we were harder than expected on the tyres that lap.
Definitely worried that the pace definitely seems like it's not here this weekend. 2.8 seconds Valtteri Bottas this time. And wider on stuff in places like that isn't going to help. You see, we spent 2 seasons at Sauber. We got 1 podium at the Canadian Grand Prix in Season 2. Season 3 we moved on to Toro Rosso, where we got a win at the Canadian Grand Prix. We moved to Haas midway through the season, and we won at the Italian Grand Prix. And Season 4 we went to Williams, where it was mistakes left, right and centre, and we stayed for a season and a half. So Season 5 we went there, we was hoping for much more, and in the end probably got a little bit too much more than we bargained for, because the aerodynamics on that car were just so poor, you wasn't really able to challenge the top guys.
Pace is good, but tyre wear that lap was quite severe.
As a season with Renault will probably be very similar, but with Hulkenberg over the last 2 races, that, you know, it's basically improving all the time, which is good. That's what we want to see for a future team. All that improvement. I mean, like I say, Hulkenberg held us off, you know, really easily at Brazil. I mean, like I say, Brazil we did really well. We was doing really well. We had a nice fight with Hulkenberg, trying to bring down the gap as much as we could, but then finally on the harder tyre we just absolutely got blown away until Hulkenberg got taken out by a back marker, which brought out the safety car, and then basically Massa almost wiped me out. I got damaged wing and had to survive on that for about 5 laps, which was really difficult, but we managed it. Why Massa's no longer in Formula 1, he can barely keep his eyes open. Right, okay, let's go rich mix now. We'll do a quick, like a qualifying lap on these tyres, figure out what the pace actually is. That'll be in the end of practice 1. Gearing up for the season finale here at Abu Dhabi. It's weird to see Abu Dhabi in the basking sunlight. Oh, that wasn't good. But like I said, if we're going to improve, we need to take every corner perfectly, and unfortunately we didn't do it. The only reason we're gaining time is because we're on the straight and we're in rich mix.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Oh, okay. There we go. Time goes up once again. I feel like if I'm going to make a mistake anywhere on this circuit, that corner there is going to be where I do it. Just narrows too much. You can easily get caught out by the car in front braking really early. And there we go, we move up to P8, which is really good, but like I say, I'm really worried about the lack of pace that this car is showing. Oh, that tastes nice. Nice fresh Pepsi Max cherry. Can't beat it. Although, no, tell a lie, you can beat it. Pepsi Max Vanilla. It's really nice. Okay, guys, so the top 13 for practice one: Raikkonen, Vettel, Bottas, Perez, Ricciardo, Hamilton, Hülkenberg, myself, Verstappen, Grosjean, Ocon, Alonso, and Kvyat. So it's nice to see Fernando up there. We're just about 4 tenths quicker than him in that session, so that's good. We'll go into practice 2 now, get the fuel saving and the qualifying session done. Then P3, it will be the race strategy one. So I've already got the car set up, so that's good. How many points do we gain in that session? We gain 630, which is good. Right, guys, the championship as it stands, so those are the 3 teams that are interested in me, and unfortunately I've drove for each one of them. It's not where I want to go, so obviously that is not what I'm going to be aiming for. If I'm brutally honest, I'll be sticking at McLaren if those 3 teams come in for me, which is probably more than likely. There we go, guys, the championship standings. Oh, there we go. Kimi Raikkonen, 13-point lead in front of Sebastian Vettel. Truly amazing battle these two have had over the course of the season. Absolutely blitzed Mercedes, and it's been really good for Raikkonen to actually take it to Seb. I just need Raikkonen to hold out for one more race to take that title and that second world championship of his. Really need it for him to. Really need him to do it because Vettel has won the last 2. Put the setup on and we'll go straight out. No fannying about like we did last time. Now, do I have to do an informed strategy on this one? No, all I need to do is get a fast sector 3. So when we do the race strategy in P3, it's just 3 laps, done. Then straight into qualifying.
It's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before...
Practice 2, the sun is setting. McLaren looks interesting in this light. And they've put me back quite some way, actually. I want to drive, damn it! There we go. A lot of lifting and coasting on this one, trying to make sure that we get in the green at least. So, like I said, the fuel consumption on this McLaren has been super this season, and like I said, it's allowed us to push really. And because we've got good tyre wear as well, it's the tyres haven't really suffered as much because of it. I say, it is difficult to try and keep the out of the red round here, especially with all the tight twisty corners that we have. You can see down the straight it is going up ever so slightly, or at least it was. Lift quite early. Take it nice and easy. So we've got the time to sit on and gain some more time, which we will do at the end of the straight. There we go. Get a green.
That's an acceptable.
I say ignore time. That's not what. That's not a really representative time to do. They pushed a bit harder in this first sector this time.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
I tell you what as well, one thing I do like is the sound of this McLaren. It sounds so good, it really does. Dun dun dun. A bollard bit the dust. Dun 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 dun. A bollard bit the dust. And another one did. Another one did. Another one bit the dust. So not really that bothered that we haven't met the criteria. We've already got the green marker, which means we've already really completed it, but just need to complete the actual session. Or there we go, not pushing too hard. Down there. We lift, brake, turn in nicely. So I'm getting up in 6 hours, and I'm probably still going to be streaming in about 2 hours time, providing I stay out of trouble and don't crash out. We all remember what happened at season, what was it? Oh, I think that was, I can't remember what season was it now, where I crashed out on the very first lap, the very first corner. Might have been my last race for Sauber. I can't remember. Just remember, we went through the first corner, we hit Hamilton and just spun into the barrier, knocked off our wheel. That was it. Race over. I think it was the end of season 2. Of course, now we're at the end of season 5. Here we go. Not lifting and coasting now, this is going to be another quali lap. Different conditions now, of course, the sun is setting, the track has cooled. Will that suit our car? Well, we're on par with Grosjean, so that's promising. Yeah, I've definitely got season 2 in my head. FIFA. It was just a weird one. It was an unfortunate way to end my time at Sauber, but like I said, we brought a lot of success there, a lot of points, and since then, of course, let's not forget, Sauber haven't scored a single point. Just one of them things.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Grazing the barrier as well. Grosjean does a 40.4. And look at that, we do a 40.2. That is very promising, that. I like it when we get one over on someone who I definitely enjoy racing with. Like I said, I think we've scored like over a part. No. We got 24 points in season 1. Season 2, we scored 69, and then seasons 3, 4, and obviously season 5, we've scored over 100 points. Just need to make that next transition into a race. Well, like I said, I don't know, it's hard to say. I mean, obviously if we didn't make the mistake in Monza, Belgium, you know, maybe we would have had more points, and you know, podiums as well. Monza still haunts me quite a lot. We could have got a podium there, because like I say, our only podium that we've got that hasn't been a victory was in Canada in season 2 at Sauber, and I want a podium, I really do, just to be on there, not necessarily winning, but to be on there. I don't know, it's weird. I want to be second or third. You know, I enjoy winning as much as the next guy, but obviously we haven't done that much. So obviously I'd like to win at more tracks instead of just Canada. Here we go, qualifying pace time. It's dark. Ooh, darkiness. And now we're on the purple wall tyre. I seriously doubt our pace is worthy of second place. Come on. Not bounced over the curbs there, but some things you can't really escape from. So if we nail this lap good enough, there would be a chance that we can just do the one lap, which I personally would like. Crack on with the next session. Oh, there we go. So there's proof there as well that the Reynolds are quicker than us. Palmer is ahead of us. We did that in one lap, which was truly outstanding here, guys. Just one lap to nail the qualifying, and we did it by over a second. So we're a time from session. We'll see where that's left us. It has left us in P3. Like I say, absolutely nowhere near the pace of the Ferrari of Vettel, but Raikkonen must have been running a different session because, or a different program, because he was 2.1 seconds off Sebastian Vettel. Surely he's not that quick. Let's find out. So we've got P3 now. I believe that's going to be another daytime session. All we're going to do is go straight out, do 3 qualifying laps on the race strategy section. So that'll be us just putting it in rich mix, seeing how far we can go. Oh, and what lap times we can see where we end up, and then just get straight into qualifying. The points, we end up with 737, which is good. And like I said, I've got to remember as well, after this session, you can see our battle with Carlos Sainz as well, 17-10. Get rid of that. Right, so we'll load the setup again. That's it, guys. For those of you who play F1 and you're wondering where to get your setups from, me personally, I go into time trial, look at the leaderboard, see who runs a very similar to you, or like assists and whatnot, use their setup and just kind of tweak it a little bit to the best of your, to how it suits your driving style.
Something to remember about this circuit. It's quite a late apex on the last corner. Make sure you don't cut across the curb on the pit lane entry. You can run wide here without losing too much time if
It's a miserable evening here. It's raining quite bad indeed. We do have another afternoon qualifying, well, not qualifying session, practice session. We'll put it in rich mix. So we've got 3 hot laps to do. It's just to dial in this circuit. And I think it's 56 laps around here. So normally, it's not normally hard to do these. It's quite easy, you just mix. And get the program done. So answering the question, oh god, that was answering the question, I said how our car will perform in cooler condition. It definitely likes the cooler conditions. See, Massa's done a 3rd. Can't seem to be able to do that in these conditions. Now, because we made little mistakes here and there. I mean, are we able to improve a half a second? No, we were pushing pretty hard on that one. Pace on the harder tyres. deserted a little bit. It's interesting because I'm not really for. What I do in qualifying as well, guys, is I normally go 3.5 minutes to go. So at the beginning of the season we were denied podiums in China, Russia, Australia. Let's not forget, the first 2 races we were denied podiums as well. In Australia it was by Daniel Ricciardo. Of course by then we were driving for Williams. In China it was by Lewis Hamilton. I think we've just done the exact same that we did last time. So there won't be a 4th lap, this will be the final of the whole practice. We're straight into qualifying off this on a engine. Need to see where we can find that time to improve. Can we find that half a second to catch up with Massa? I mean, like I said, of course, let's not forget we developed that engine. Engine is so much quicker than the likes of Mercedes, Ferrari, and Red Bull. But because of how bad the aerodynamics and the chassis, it's still languishing for reaches of the top 10. And in Lance Stroll's hand, it's basically a back marker. Definitely the right teammate when I went there, that's for sure. Damn it! Got to within 3/10 of Massa that time. Alright, so let's retire from session.
As all the cars are now over
We
the
came
line, your
11th.
top 3 again
Fernando
are
on
Vettel,
the quicker
Raikkonen
tyre
and
was
Valtteri
4 cents
Bottas.
quicker than us.
That's it for practice then. We'll see you again soon.
Come on, where are my Australian buddies? Make yourself known, guys, for this extra special stream. Alright, over the 800 mark, so that's good. Right, anyway, before we head into qualifying, let us select the right engine parts. So, of course, we've got the ICE on that one. It's only 13%. So we took hits earlier in the season to make sure that we had these parts ready for us. There you go. I think the gearbox is fine. Don't need to worry about that. No, we don't. It's only done one race. Right, let's go to qualifying. I'll have a listen to David Croft and see what he and Anthony Davidson have to say as they introduce the Abu Dhabi qualifying Grand Prix. No, technically it's a session, not a Grand Prix.
Here we are at the beautiful Yas Marina circuit where qualifying
Yas
is about
Marina.
to begin. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the
Very
action.
easy to get Singapore and
When it comes
these
to
two mixed
getting
up there.
lap
Is
time
Valtteri
out of this
Bottas sat in the
circuit,
garage
it's
having a laugh and a
traditionally been
joke
about
with
maximising
his
top
Mercedes
speed.
teammates.
Do you simply remove as much downforce as possible?
Carlos
Hang on
Sainz,
in on
who's
the
probably
corners
explaining
and max
how
out
he's
down the
lost the battle
straight?
to me
The teams who
quite
have arrived with all
so
manner of parts
badly.
designed to capitalise on the long
Whose car's
straights.
that? That's
The
Fernando's
cars will
car.
be that much harder to drive in the corners, but everyone will be in the same boat.
I'm praying that they can have a good session here today. Right, okay, so qualifying is underway. I have been streaming for 55 minutes, and we've still... Yeah, this is going to be a late stream for us tonight. Always said it was going to be. It's just one of them things. Right, Abu Dhabi set up there, so there we go. So as soon as the 3-minute 30 marker gets going, we can get on with this final qualifying session of the season. And it's Kimi Räikkönen, the championship leader, who is going out first. Is he out first? Yeah, he is. So we ride on board with the possible champion. Like I say, it's going to be either Vettel taking 3 on the bounce, or Vettel taking 3 on the bounce, or Räikkönen gaining on 1. Oh, there's another car behind. Let's find out who that is. That is Marcus Ericsson. You've got Sergio Perez come out of the pits as well, along with Pascal Wehrlein. Räikkönen makes his way down the back straight. So both Saubers are out. You've got a Force India out. I do wish there was a way you could make the screen like full size instead of just this. I do find it interesting that Räikkönen has been the first one to go out though. Clear track. You know, it's a green track for Räikkönen essentially, because obviously no practice has been done on it, or no rubber's been laid on it since practice 3 ended. Right, here we go. Mercedes, I think that was Hamilton. I just saw the glow of the yellow helmet. So Red Bull coming out the pits as well. Oh, side by side. That's fine. There's no danger for Räikkönen. He can continue with his lap. It'll be an absolute shame if Räikkönen loses this now, because I'm really rooting for him. FIFA Norway, of course, will be very happy that his beloved Scarlet cars are yet again fighting for a championship. Vettel won the last 2. This time Räikkönen's been able to match him. So Räikkönen's... Oh, no, not yet. We've still got quite a few corners yet. Here we go, Räikkönen round. Just a couple of corners to go. What lap time does he do? He does a 36.7. Great lap there. There is his championship rival. Of course, we jump on board with Sebastian Vettel, the 6-time world champion of like I say, he so wants to catch up with that record of Michael Schumacher's. There's no reason now why he can't do that, because Ferrari just look unbeatable at this precise moment in time. Will he do it this season? Will he do it next season? Will he do it the season after? You never know. I mean, like I say, Red Bull and Mercedes could up their game. Here we go now. Let's see. Rounds the final corner. Vettel goes across. Goes first with a 1:36.1. That is considerably quick. Räikkönen's doing an in-lap. We're on board with Sergio Perez now, who I believe is also on an in-lap. Yes, he is. Pascal Wehrlein, again, I believe he's on an in-lap. He is. He's on an in lap. You're on an out lap. There we go. Magnussen goes 5th with a 1:39.0. Someone on a qualifying lap, please. There we go. Nico Hulkenberg, a guy who in the last 2 races we have sort of been battling with, kind of. I mean, we've not had a physical on-track battle with him yet. Despite, you know, I think the closest we got to him in Brazil was about 2.8 seconds, and then the gap just went up and up and up. Then we got it back down to about 3.4. Then the pit stops came, and then we just lost everything. Before he had his own little accident, so there we go. But Hulkenberg, with a couple of corners to go, what lap time will he do in that Renault? I'll say it's probably the ever-improving Renault. It looks like it's going to be a 38.0, goes P6 at the minute. There's his teammate. There's my teammate. Esteban Ocon. Looks like he's stuck behind Massa at the minute. Massa have held him up over the course of this lap. He goes 6th with 1:37.8, so we'll soon find out. Hulkenberg, Palmer, Fernando, Magnussen. Massa's on an in lap. We're on board with Lewis Hamilton, who has got traffic. Hamilton's got traffic in the form of a Haas car. It's Kevin Magnussen. What a place to let him through. So 1:37.7 for Hamilton, nowhere near a good enough lap time for the Englishman. Board with Massa, who is doing another lap, is he? Or is he on the way in? Is he on the way in, sure. I don't know, it is showing him in P18 at the minute, so maybe he is actually on a quali lap. We'll see what he does. So Massa looking quite handy around here, actually. So I don't think Ocon's pushing too much. Does Massa peel off? No, he doesn't. Ocon will. Massa rounds the final corner. He's going to do a 38.4, goes P9. Ocon pits. There is Massa. There is Hamilton. Be very disappointed the fact that he got held up on his lap by Kevin Magnussen. Only P5 for the Englishman. Can he get more out of that car? He's been very inconsistent this season as Lewis. So there's not really... Oh, there's a Red Bull coming out. Ooh, interesting. However, we're about to come out as well, so let's get this show on the road.
Standing by.
Red Bull trying to copy my tactics. How dare they? There we go, out we go. Warm up the tyres best we can. It's a little off-track excursion. Oh, like I say, we're on an out lap. Or yeah, an out lap, so there's no there's no point really in doing or opening the DRS. Oh, excuse me, DRS for you guys who are new to this sort of sport. It's the drag reduction system. It's a little flap, as you can see, in the back of the car that opens up. around certain areas of the track. Now, during the races, you've got to be within 1 second of the car in front to activate it, and it gives you about 15 kilometers more down the straights. And that's probably where you see the majority of overtaking these days in Formula 1, unless you're Daniel Ricciardo. Or Max Verstappen, for that matter. I'm not having anything ruin my qualifying lap. That includes wing damages. Being held up by traffic is different. Are we going to be okay? Because everyone else is coming out the pits. In case you didn't notice, everyone else is out of the pits now, so we're going to get 2 qualifying laps, maybe? Definitely going to be nip and tuck, whether we can. I say our lap time is going to be between a high 36 and a low 37. So as long as, like I said, the other car is just reaching the end of that straight now, so we shouldn't really run into anyone. DRS now activated. Where are we going to end up in this Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Second quicker than Vettel. But there again, everyone is doing their utmost best now on this lap, so like I say, not really... During the first part of qualifying, you shouldn't really take note of anyone's lap times to see where they are, because it's this part of the session now where everyone shows their true and raw pace. We've got 6 seconds to try and get across that line. Can we do it? It's going to be very tough to do, so I don't think we can. The session ends, and we didn't do it.
We're very happy with our position. Well done.
10th place though, we can be happy with that. We just had 1 second.
So qualifying is
And
complete,
there we
we're
go,
all set
qualifying
for an
is over. We
exciting race
out-qualify
tomorrow.
our more illustrious teammate Fernando Alonso, who starts from P13.
The grid is set then, so that
We
just
start
leaves
in
the race itself.
P10. It was a
Join us
38.2
tomorrow,
in the
where
end, so
we'll be live with
like I
all
say,
the action.
maybe the pace
until
wasn't
then,
as much as I
it's
thought it was
goodbye.
going to be. I thought that during this session that the Ferraris were going to be able to get themselves into like doing a 34, 35 even. That's why I was saying us doing like high 36s, low 37s. Instead, we did a low 38, and it's good enough, despite being 2.1 seconds off the pace for 10th place. So I guess I can be happy with that. We were 2 tenths quicker than Massa. We were 2 tenths slower than Hulkenberg. So once again, we're in that zone where we're just sort of yo-yoing. Vettel, though, half a second clear of Bottas and Raikkonen. Perez down in 4th place. And you can see as well, guys, Lewis Hamilton, 6th place. That is very disappointing. He's been beaten by a Red Bull as well. Absolute scenes here. Carlos Sainz, however, at the back for Toro Rosso. He has been soundly beaten here today. Like I said, there's going to be no delays or anything. We're going to crack on straight with this Grand Prix. Oh, it really is going to be about 2 AM by the time I'm done. Oh, that's nice and fresh. There we go, let the points build! 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 Oh, I don't want them free. I want Red Bull or Renault. Let's have a listen to see what Emma has to say.
Hello? just wanted to pass on the team's expectations for this race. Good luck.
So we want to finish 11th, and the place in the championship is also 11th, and at the minute we're P8. So we're succeeding in that one. So that's not bad. I think we've definitely beaten Carlos Sainz, but that rivalry will stretch over into next season. So who knows, the Toro Rossos might make some gains over the winter period. But we are here for the race, the finale of Season 5. Basically, Season 5 has been labelled as the halfway point of this career mode, and I, for one, cannot wait to see what the second half of this brings, what thrills, spills, what emotions will come out of these Grand Prix, just because of like various little accidents and whatnot that will happen. I mean, it's Formula 1. You make mistakes. There we go. Oh, hello. Bottas has a penalty. Bottas has a penalty. Raikkonen is a Ferrari front row.
Ricardo, Lewis Hamilton, and Ocon.
Bottas had a he's had a gearbox change. He's dropped down to 7th.
Fernando Alonso and Magnussen, F.I.A, Grosjean, Pascal Wehrlein, and Marcus Ericsson. Sainz and Lance Stroll rounds off.
And Sainz doesn't start last. That will go to Lance Stroll.
It's time to head down to the track.
So we're in P10. No sign of rain, which is good. Right, so let's see. 24 laps at the end. Let's do 14 laps on that. Tell you what, the aggressive strategy doesn't look that bad, if I'm brutally honest. It's a lot more fun. Like I said, there's only like a second in it, so maybe we can have some fun. Do the low tyre deg and just absolutely try and blitz it. You know what? I'm going to go for it. Just because it's the final race of the season. I'm going to go and have some fun. Let's start this race, shall we? So again, we skip the formation lap, as we always do. The lights count down to the finale of Season 5. They weren't on that one, were they? That was a horrible start from us, actually. Massa cleanly round the outside. Very cautious start there from us. We're down to P11, but we'll get to... Look at that, we're even going up the inside of Hulkenberg. Oh, we've tapped. We've hit Hulkenberg. We tried coming across him. He wasn't having any of it, really. Get moving!
Okay, that's a good start. Keep it up.
Right, let's pick up the slipstream of Verstappen. Our fuel actually is quite low. Last couple of races that's been like that. Do we chance of a dive? Yes, we do. For it. Bottas already ahead of Hamilton. We're going to go around the outside of Verstappen. We're up into P8. That's a good start. It's definitely seems to be at the minute. Fernando's had a bad start. We'll put it in Richmond, go across here. Want to be as quick as we can. Fuel is going up, so once again we're going to be able to attack these tyres. We're able to pick up any sort of off that Red Bull. Off the Red Bull? Red Bull's behind us. It's the Mercedes I'm on about. Last street circuit we were at, we had a really good battle with Lewis Hamilton. It's a standard for this section, no point running it in Richmond. And once again, I think we've got some serious straight line speed going down there. We purpled it, and we're right up by Hamilton as well. Got both Force Indias in front of both the Works Mercedes. We were 43.5, not quite the lap time that Vettel's done. Not quite romping away yet. We're going to get DRS as well, that is going to help us tremendously here. We enter the red for the first time in this race. So again, that Mercedes looking rather straight line. I've seen on other videos as well of the Mercedes like losing its advantage down the main straights. And look at that, we're going for a huge dive up the inside of Hamilton. Such as the or the braking that we have in this car over Lewis Hamilton, and we are up into P7. Move on the 4th world champion. Let's not forget 2018 belonged to 2017, it belonged to Bottas. Mercedes must miss them years. Oh crap. On lap 3 is going to be a lot of flashbacks in.
Our gap to first place is 8 seconds.
And so this is going to be a conservative one. Lewis Hamilton right behind us. Are we going to get DRS? Yes, we are. The difference is we're not in rich mix. We've got enough straight line speed in this setup to defend at this moment in time. Indeed we do. At 4 out of 55, we are in P7 and we are in a Mercedes sandwich at the minute. Ah, damn it, see, there we go. Already, you make one little mistake, the back end steps out, you cut the corner, and there we go. Ah, bloody lawnmowers, man. That's all I'm going to say. Bloody lawnmowers. Quite what I wanted there for the end of the lap, but there we go. Let's put Hamilton right up our Jackson. Well, close enough, were we? Yes, we were, actually, surprisingly. I'll take that every day. DRS on the Mercedes. I think we're not as close as we were to Hamilton. However, we have made probably one of the hugest dive bombs in the history of Formula One. And we are ahead of both Mercedes because of it. Ricardo's doing well at the minute in P4. Again, this is going to be a conservative lap. Running rich mix. Again, I don't think we're not to get DRS, and we weren't, so this is going to see how we can defend now from Bottas. Looks like we won. Interesting. Bottas was a lot closer to us there at that time as we were a bit sluggish coming out of the gate. Once again, I don't think Bottas is close enough to even think about making a move, so it's really to see. I knew it. I cut the first one straight away. Oh, this is the problem now though. I've got that I turn in too early in these corners. I'm on a pad as well, and I turn in too early for these corners. It's really frustrating. It's something I don't know how to get out of. Oh, we were very close to that wall then. Real rich mix.
Gap to leader, 12.1 seconds.
Do get some really good traction coming off that corner, you know. Once again, it's just a case of with us being in rich mix, we just need to pick up the slipstream of that Force India, which I think we have done, which will help us defend from that Mercedes. At the minute, I think Perez is holding up Ocon, which I haven't seen too much of in this career mode. Usually it's been the other way round. 2 laps away from the pit window. Not gone quick enough in my eyes. Again, Bottas right behind us, but once again I think we've picked up the slipstream. Is Bottas going to be able to come at us though? That arrow is getting bigger, but not big enough. Why is that Mercedes not able to pass us in a straight line? For God's sake, we're in a McLaren Honda. However, just caught the curb there, made our back end step out. That was going to give him a huge run at us going into this next braking zone. Oh, it's going to be nip and tuck whether he makes the move. Decides not to, although we do run a little bit deep. We survive. That is the main thing. Skating off at that first corner and just caught the curb a little bit. Bottas going to think about making a move into turn 1. He thinks against it. We'll wait until we are starting to lose ground on the Force Indias now. We're making too many mistakes. As of us being on the extra stop, I feel like it is a risk worth taking. If anyone else is on the same strategy as I am, that'll be interesting to know.
Okay, the pit window has opened. Pit window now open for you.
Lap 10. This is usually the point where everyone starts turning up their engines. Problem I've got is that I'm going to be pitting early. I need to make sure I come out in plenty of clean air to make this strategy work. I Look at that, tyre weight's only 35%. I think I'm going to go an extra lap. Ah, I cut the corner again. Just broke too late, slid wide, jumped over the chicane. Really annoying when that happens. Horrible exit there from us. Rich mix time now. But Bottas already down our inside, nothing we can do. So hold it round the outside. Which we do. Very nicely done. I do think it was a bit of a mistake staying out that extra lap, but it means we're a lap less on that super soft tyre, and that's where I reckon our pace is going to disappear altogether. In the pits we go. Oh, Bottas has followed me in. Oh, this I find interesting. Bottas has followed me into the pits.
Release, release. You have 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining in the strategy.
Oh, Danny Kvyat right there, and we get that fresh air that we wanted. Right, let's gain that momentum back. That is exactly what we needed. What we need to do now is just push on this stint. I think we'll be going to lap 21. What are we going to on these? Oh, lap 23. Bottas right behind Kvyat. He's not really been able to do anything about him. Oh, Bottas makes a move around the outside into turn 1. I do find it interesting that he's basically mirrored what I've done. Really didn't expect that from someone, well, a a lead running team. Fastest lap from Vettel. No cars in the pits just yet. I think that's the next lap. Oh wow, new personal best, but I think Bottas is going to smash that by 2 tenths. Yes, he does. So Bottas would have started this race in third had he not had that grid penalty for the gearbox change. Unfortunately, it's just one of them things that happens. We just clipped the curb, that's not what we want to do. That's going to allow Bottas to creep up on us even more. Oh, Bottas does a 1:41.8. That was a horrible lap from us. There's Perez. Really gained that much time, did we?
Gap to car in front is 1.6 seconds.
Here goes Bottas.
Right, the car ahead has come in to put on the ultra soft tyre. Car ahead is now running ultra softs.
Back in the standard now. Battle has begun with 40 laps remaining of this race. To P8. We get DRS. Damn it! Don't, despite being really close going into that hairpin, and we're not in rich mix as well, so Bottas is going to get a supreme run on us here. Oh, look at that, we just gave Bottas enough room there. Okay, now we're pushing hard. Grosjean peels off. Oh, Perez runs wide there, he got caught out a little bit by it. More cars in the pits. Fernando's in the pits. Into P5, we've got past Ocon. In fact, Ocon is right behind Bottas. And we get DRS this time, so we've got something to defend from. We don't get DRS this time. Great battling this between ourselves and Bottas. So we're at that stage of the race now where we will fall down the field sooner or later. Bottas almost thinking about making a move into turn 1. Lewis Hamilton now right up behind Ocon. Bottas right up our inside again, just going to give him the squeeze. The old switchback had to lift considerably. I think Bottas locked up after he realised we were going back for the move. Made a late decision to go back down the inside of Bottas, and we made the move stick, and P5 at the minute is still ours. And we've killed another bollard. So that final sector, I think we're losing all the time in. Bottas going to be going side by side yet again down the main straight, well, the back straight, technically. We get that much of I don't think we are. I think we survive a lap without going side by side with Bottas through here. This bit, however, is probably a different story. No, we survive a lap without going side by side with Valtteri Bottas.
3.2 seconds.
Oh, damn it. I took too much curb going, sent us out wide a little bit, and that was all it took. Quite wide there, actually. Hamilton, however, has got past Ocon. Interesting turn. Ocon, who was running in 5th before the first round of pit stops, now finds himself in 8th. Rich mix now.
5.7 seconds.
Now, the problem I've got is if Hamilton gets a run on the pair of us, it's going to be going 3 wide into this corner here. But look at that. Look at the sheer amount of speed that Bottas gets on me once again. But we're running in Richmond. We're hoping that we've just got enough to stay in front. I think we have. It will get us under braking, believe it or not. Even squeeze. Lift off a little bit so we get the better turning. Bottas not close enough to make a move into this corner. Bottas much faster than me coming out of that final corner, I'm noticing.
4 seconds.
I did feel we got quite a good exit coming off there, but once again Bottas with just that superior straight line speed doesn't make the move. I thought he would have done. Oh, he will do now though. Oh, that was horrible from us. We just clipped the curb. Bottas, there he is. Quite defensive. Pushing wide. Somehow we come out of that unscathed. Verstappen has also passed Ocon from what I believe. That was a bad lap from us. need to avoid that curb. If we can avoid that curb, we'll be fine. You can see as well, guys, now that the sun has set, the weather, well, the sky is getting darker here at Abu Dhabi. Again, Bottas. Where is Bottas actually? Surprisingly, he's not there. Yeah, quite the traction I wanted, but it wasn't as bad as clipping curb. If you clip that curb, you've lost everything. Don't even think about it, Valtteri. Don't even think about it. Just need to make sure that we keep our defensive mode intact. Crap, why am I in rich mode?
Pit window is open. The pit window is open.
We're pitting this lap. We've got 32 laps left of this race remaining. At the minute, I believe Vettel's leading and Raikkonen is second. And as things stand, Raikkonen is champion. Gonna give Bottas the room.
Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach, and make sure you don't speed.
Okay, that I'm going to want to see again, because somehow we made it through without contact. Well, we had contact, but look at that. We went 3 wide going into there. I just stuck to my lines. Had faith. Oh, Hamilton locking both brakes as 2 Mercedes came together. We went right round the outside, and I think Hamilton has the move done. Hamilton, of course, on the fresher tyres as well. I think he's going for at least another 4 laps. I think Bottas is pitting this lap with myself. Oh no, Bottas continues. Interesting. Why does Bottas not pit?
Complete, go now.
There's Grosjean.
Only when you stop to go. 1 stop left in this strategy.
Ooh, Hulkenberg pitted same lap as us. Maybe Bottas will try and extend that stint for as long as he can to get back on course for the 2-stop. Now going to... 36, so 12 laps on these tyres. Okay, we pretty much straight lined that corner then. Surprisingly, we didn't get a... Thanks for the opinion there, Pos. Welcome to the stream, buddy. I do believe that flashbacks keep things interesting. Like I say, the only things I refuse, like I say, if I hit, apart from, I get a first lap freebie. That is the rule. So if I like slam into someone, I get a chance of rectifying that. But after that, if I make any sort of damage, that is it. Just have to maintain it. I mean, there have been cases where I've wanted to use a flashback, but I've been like, no, we need to not do that. And Bottas is pitted. He was in P5, holding up the likes of Hamilton, Bottas, Ocon, Verstappen. There is Bottas. I tell you what, we got some time on him, haven't we? Like I said, there will be no team move at the end of the season because I believe it's Haas, Toro Rosso and Sauber that will be offering me drives. I'm not moving to any of them.
Gap to car in front is 5.3 seconds.
Yep, Bottas already reeling me in. We've done a new personal best of 41.9. I'm expecting Bottas to start lapping in the low 41s, high 40s probably. So 10 laps to go to our final pit stop of 2021.
Right, some information on Hamilton. They seem to have an issue.
Oh, Hamilton has an issue. Lewis Hamilton has an issue in his Mercedes. Position gained. Knock it back down to standard now. Just for these bits. We knocked the curb very hard there. Personal best 41.9. Oh, we didn't need to do that. Let the car run wide a little bit and away we went. To give Bottas a huge run at us. Bottas locked up. Has probably lost us 1.5 seconds. But Bottas is through. Held him back as long as we could. I could have probably dived it down the inside. We're 18 seconds in front of Fernando. I don't think Fernando's scoring points here today. So we're not doing bad, we're keeping up with Bottas at least. We're not going to be making moves or anything though. That ship has sailed. Nice healthy gap to the guy in 10th place. What's the gap? 1.6. We do massive new personal best lap. 1:41.6. That's not bad. Waiting for the guys of Hamilton, Ocon, Verstappen to pit. We'll see where we are in regards to them. So we went for the aggressive strategy here today. Just for funsies. I think Hamilton has just gone round. Oh no, he hasn't. Never mind. Oh no, Hamilton has indeed just pitted. So Hamilton's going to be quite some way behind because he wasn't that far ahead. Well, I believe that is Hamilton to the end of the race. Oh yeah, these guys will be pitting now for the super soft tyre. surprised that Bottas has not been able to pass Grosjean, although I say that, he's probably going to do it here now. Lining him up. Oh, Bottas really hopped over that curb. You just saw him go doo-doo. Tell you what, Grosjean's giving everything here. Oh, damn it! Just cut the bloody corner. Don't give up, Roman! Don't give up! Bottas will have clear air now, and away he goes. I'll tell you what, credit where credit's due, Roman. That was some really good driving with F.I.A. We pitted? 36, so we've got 5 laps before we pit. Okay, to be honest, mate, I'm gonna be on. The wheel just doesn't call out to me. It's like I said, I've known people to use it and whatnot, and I've used the pad for so long now that I just don't think I'd ever get to grips with using a wheel. I mean, if I ever get the chance of buying one, I might trial it out. But I don't know, I love the feel you have with the pad. The pad is something that I'm just so at home with. Cars in the pits. Welcome to the stream, by the way, buddy. Oh no, whoever that car is, he's going to get a jump on us. Ocon's got the jump on us. Or was it Perez? It could be Perez. I'm sorry, I need to find out who that Force India is, race director. Oh, it is Perez. Thank God for that. So, I'll tell you what, we've clawed back a lot of time on Sergio Perez. The only thing about this is, guys, we are going on to the super softs as well when we pit. We're only going to have a couple of lap advantage over these guys. I was hoping for at least 5 laps, but these guys have extended their stint and have kind of neutralised me and Bottas a little bit. I mean, Bottas obviously has the raw pace of the Mercedes to fall back onto. So if we're going to have any chance, now I knew that this was risky at the start and I was hoping it would fall, you know, in our favour, and I don't think it has. They're both in the pits now.
Ocon is pitting.
They're both coming out the pits now. We've got 3 laps before we pit.
3.7 seconds. Fernando has just pitted.
So we haven't got that much of a jump on them, have we? Now, do we have the pace on these tyres to stay in front? That is now an interesting question. So we're on the quicker, grippier tyre. There may be a chance, with our tyres only be at 25%, that we can neutralise the threat of Verstappen. So let's have a look. The gap's 3.4. Oh no, we've lost 6 tenths actually to Verstappen. Our lack of pace in that final sector is really hurting us here. But Lance Stroll. Stroll in last Stroll in last place, man. Almost 20 laps away from the end of this Grand Prix season. So we're not really in a battle with anyone. I guess you could say we're in a battle with Verstappen, but it's always going to be difficult to stay in front of a Red Bull. Lance Stroll. So easily got me off then. Would have been really annoyed had he. The only guy that I seem to have difficulties in passing is Pascal Wehrlein. He has had a tendency of making my life difficult in this career mode. We'll be pitting at the end of the next lap. Pace has definitely fallen away. Yeah, well, like I said, it's F1. The cars, this season in particular, even on the pad, they feel great. So you can just carry so much more speed through the corners with it. caught the curb there. Need to not do that. So I think in this race we're probably going to come P9 if we stay out of trouble. Never know what's going to happen in this race. I think whatever issues Hamilton had earlier in the race has been sorted. So I believe he's the next car. Oh, I don't know actually.
Your pit window is now open.
Right, so pit window now open. So we're going to fall effectively a pit stop behind Verstappen. I say it's slightly easier to defend against a Red Bull with the fact that they've got a lack of straight line speed, but we're in a Honda. Our straight line speed isn't that different, but we have got good straight line speed with this setup and it really is helping us out. Oh, that felt nice through there. You can see the floodlights have come on now as well.
Box.
We were very close to that pit wall then. The whole season flashed before my eyes.
Go.
There goes Massa.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
We lost the position to Massa. I'll tell you one thing that's nice, we've got the jump on Romain Grosjean for once. So we've got 19 laps to make these tyres work. Gain on Massa, get that position back. I want that P8, I really do. He could be on old super softs, but just don't know. Not taking anything for granted, so I'm pushing as hard as I can already. Let's have a look. Yep, that's fine. I say, guys, if you are new to the channel, do hit that follow button so you can see more F1 content on the channel. Also, like I say, subscribe to the YouTube page, guys, which is Raritron89, so you can catch up with seasons 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuesday, all of season 5 will have been uploaded to the YouTube page. So, like I say, there have been some really great races. I think the best race so far of my career was in Austria. Bottas has pitted. He's coming out the pits now.
Gap to car in front is 3.5 seconds. The gap to the car behind is 3.
interestingly enough, the gap to Grosjean is only 3.7 seconds. The question is, who is the car behind Grosjean? Is it Hulkenberg or is it Hamilton? So both the Mercedes have been hit with reliability issues in this race. Bottas having a 5-place grid drop for a penalty due to a gearbox change. And then of course we had Hamilton earlier in the race have engine issues. He was in the pits just as we was coming around the final 2 corners, so he would have fallen quite some way behind. It looks like his issue hasn't been resolved because I don't think he's in front of us. He could be. Just praying he's not. And Massa pits. Okay, that makes sense because I was catching Massa like wildfire. So we're in rich mix now. Oh, we got DRS on him, that's a plus. P8 in McLaren after starting in P10. Definitely not bad. I expected a lot worse, if I'm brutally honest. We were down to P11 at one point at the very start of this race. Actually, we fought our way up to P5 at one point. Unfortunately, the pace in the McLaren has just died away. And a new personal best with a 1:41.2. Pulled a second on Grosjean on that lap. Okay, so that's promising at least. We're pulling away from Grosjean quite nicely.
The gap to the car ahead is 8.8 seconds.
.15 laps remaining. Oh, hello. Oh no, it's Lance Stroll being lapped. Sorry, for a minute I thought it could have been Vettel or something, but don't think he's quite at us yet. We're not far away. No retirements yet as well. Yeah, okay, pause, I'll do that. You can give me like a little interview at the end of the race. That feels quite nice on these tyres. I don't expect to catch Bottas now. Tell you what, those guys have got a nice view, haven't they? As the cars break into here, they can see all sorts, can't they? Oh, wow. Okay, that's one way of taking that corner. Car felt very, very out of shape going through there.
Our gap to the car in front is
Oh, damn. I wanted a new personal best lap.
Our gap to our teammate is 28.9 seconds.
Thirteen laps remaining of this Grand Prix. Kimi Raikkonen so far doing everything he needs to do to win this championship. I think the only thing that's going to stop him now is reliability or traffic. We're at that stage of the race now where we're kind of on our own. We've lost pace with the cars in front. Yeah, fair enough. Gap stays at 6 seconds between ourselves and Grosjean. It's a nice buffer to have, being on the fresher tyres as well. So it is concerning that on these tyres we're only just pulling away from the Haas car.
Okay, gap ahead is 11.8 seconds.
So this last stint has been a bit of a procession really. It's just making sure you hit all your markers, don't make any mistakes that you can't go back and correct. I think the mistake we made was not risking a dive on Bottas when he made the second overtake on us.
Our gap behind is 6.6 seconds.
Oh, nice lap. 40.8. Where's that come from? is that car behind Grosjean? I have a feeling it might be Hamilton.
Gap to car in front is 13.0 seconds.
Oh, for God's sake, that's what happens when you bloody clip the curb. I don't know why that corner, to be honest, that corner for me personally is probably one of the worst corners for me on the F1 calendar. I just don't know how to navigate it properly. And it is Hamilton. Hamilton and Grosjean fighting it out. So this 8th place is under threat. Laps to go, and there's going to be some fireworks here at the closing stages of this Grand Prix. Two Brits battling it out for supremacy. Look at that, he's already taken half a second out of me. He's just so quick compared to me at the minute. Absolute best to defend from him. We did alright with Bottas for a while. Kept him behind us for about 20 laps, so no reason why we can't do the same for Hamilton. Mercedes really have had a bad Grand Prix, haven't they? I mean, Bottas is only 7th, Hamilton 8th, well 9th should I say, and we've actually gained time on Hamilton. What's that about? Perez has a mechanical problem. He's going to be slow. That's where Raikkonen is, he's just gone across the line. Don't think we're going to catch him. He was a pit stop ahead of us. Depends on how bad that problem is. Oh, definitely going to lose time there. Can't really afford to do stuff like that. And half a second we lose to Hamilton due to the little clob over the curb. Back end stepped out there, so once again not the best through here. Gap's under 7 seconds. Lost 2 tenths in that final sector. Hamilton's not catching me as much as he should be. So it's not all done and dusted yet. Raikkonen continues to go super fast as Hamilton takes, I don't know, it was either 4 tenths or 2 tenths out of me in that first sector. By right, my calculations are correct. Episode 200 should be the final episode of the series. Bet your ass I'll be doing everything I can to get to that episode. Ooh, extended the gap to 6.4. Like I said, if anyone's wondering what difficulty I run on 100, which is basically the most difficult that Legendary can be before you start dipping your toe into Ultimate.
The gap behind us is 6.6 seconds.
And to be honest, it's been challenging. It's been nothing short of, well, I say it's been really challenging. It's just absolutely nothing we've been able to do. Raikkonen continuing to pump in fastest lap after fastest lap. Hamilton takes 3 tenths out of me in that first sector. There's the Ferrari. I just saw a glimpse of it going into that chicane there. Do with that Ferrari catching me really and lapping me. I don't really want to do the full distance. At the same time, if we do, then that's an achievement in itself because we haven't got lapped. Woo! Down to standard. Quite deep into there. Shame that Sergio Perez has had the issues he's had. He was running in 4th. How am I holding this gap to Hamilton? Ideally now I want to do like a new personal best lap. That would be great. Probably best seats in the house, that grandstand there. Seeing all the overtakes happening into this corner. Gap's gone down to 6.1, guys. Hamilton on a charge. I don't think we made that. I don't think we made a mistake in that sector. So raw pace from Hamilton there. Extend it by a tenth. Keep seeing on the left hand side when we go through there, the Ferrari. Not where I want to see the Ferrari. 5 laps remaining of this Grand Prix. We have relatively kept ourselves out of trouble. I mean, we've had some, we had a great battle with Bottas. That was really intense.
The gap to the car behind is 5.8 seconds.
Final sector felt really good.
You're in the top 10 now.
Yet we're still half a second down on our fastest lap.
So the gap to our teammate is 38.
And that gap has stayed at 5.8 all that lap. So again, this is a lap where we're going to push as we put it in rich mix. Definitely struggling in that first sector. Yeah, I will do, buddy. Yeah, I will do. You get off, get some kip, and I'll see you tomorrow night for the Elder Scrolls Online walkthrough that we do on Monday nights, me and Poz. If you want to check out his channel, guys, go ahead. Positively glad. We basically do every Monday night. We do a Elder Scrolls Online walkthrough. Tomorrow we'll be starting in the city of Betnik. Left Strozemkai. And now heading towards Betnik and seeing what adventures and mischief we can get ourselves caught up to there. And we cut the corner completely. Once again, just bouncing on that curb. Just, I don't know, it just sort of unsettles me when we do that.
5.6 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 15.3 seconds.
Is there going to be any retirements in this Grand Prix? Final race of the season, you expect retirements to happen. Gap's gone down to 13.9. Like I said, I don't expect to catch up. I'm not holding my breath.
Caution.
Yellow flag. So it's happened. That looks like a Force India. It is. It's the Force India of Sergio Perez. He's been knocked off track due to his little issues that he's having at the minute. I wonder if he's got braking issues. Nah, looks like engine issues. We're gaining on him quite easily down the straights here. Like I say, it's a real shame for Sergio. He was running in 4th place in this race. He was looking so strong.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, that was a lovely move on Sergio. To P7. Raikkonen leading this race.
Okay, some information on Perez. They seem to have an issue.
Perez has even more issues. As if he weren't having problems enough, he's got more. P7 though, that means more points for us. Definitely did not expect that from this race today. Ken really stepped out there. The blue flags are out for Raikkonen, who's looking to pass or lap Hamilton. Oh, new personal best, 40.7.
Okay, the gap behind is 4.2 seconds.
Raikkonen's on his final lap. Yep, you saw the Force India and the Mercedes together. What has been a season. It really has.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
I mean, it started off strongly with Williams getting, good points finishes and whatnot, and then all of a sudden the car just being a bit unpredictable in wet weather conditions, and then unpredictable in high-speed corners around tracks that we love. Kind of basically sealed the decision for me to move to McLaren. And to be honest, it's been fun at McLaren. I mean, we got 6th place right on the off at Hungary due to a safety car. We then crashed out, running in the points in Belgium, despite having the pace to score some seriously big points. We could have got a podium at Monza, but we tapped the barrier coming out of Parabolica after making a move on Lewis Hamilton. We still recovered though to get a good points finish there, and we're not going to get laps in this race. I am really happy about that. Vettel wins the Grand Prix, but I think more importantly, Kimi Raikkonen will win the 2021 Drivers' World Championship 14 years after he wins his first. Many people could say that they win a championship 14 years after their first. Oh, Bottas as well has got past Ocon, so Mercedes has made late gains in this Grand Prix. I haven't even noticed that, but I believe Ricciardo will finish 3rd. Hamilton got past Perez in the end, so Hamilton comes home in P8. Once again, we finish in front of a Mercedes. Around the final 2 corners. There we go, guys. It's P7 in Abu Dhabi. Season 5 is over.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
172 minutes into the stream, and Season 5 has now ended.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness
And
a
Kimi
number of
Räikkönen,
great
there he is.
sporting events,
World
and here's
Drivers'
another
Championship.
prestigious list. It's
Fantastic
the
for the Iceman.
any racing driver.
Him and Vettel, though,
We
were
have
trading
a
blows
new
all season. It was
Formula
so
One
fun
world
to
champion.
watch.
That's a fantastic
But
performance
Ferrari
from Ferrari. It hardly
showing
could
this
conduct.
kind of dominance that they showed in the Schumacher era,
So,
in
how
particularly in the
exactly did
2004
they set
season.
themselves apart from the pack today?
Well, I'd say it's just as plain and simple. I mean, we could sit here and talk
And
about
Ricciardo
strategy
did
all
indeed
day,
finish in
the
third place.
overtaking, looking after the tyres, but at the end of it all,
Like I say, it was going to be a
you
tough
want
order
to
for
win,
Vettel
you need a
to win the
package that's got
title,
speed
being
over
13
everyone
points
else.
behind
That's exactly
Kimi.
what they had today.
Kimi would have to have a
So,
bad
here
race.
they come
Unfortunately,
now,
that didn't
out
happen.
onto the podium.
There we go.
Wherever
Kimi
you
looking
go,
as
anywhere
relaxed
in
as
the
ever.
world, the
Vettel
prancing horse
ecstatic
flags
to
are
win at Abu
dominant in
Dhabi.
the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more.
One man I would love to see in a red suit is that man on the podium, Daniel Ricciardo. Him and Vettel as teammates at the peak of their powers
It's time to see
will
how
be
this
really
result
interesting, but
affects
I
the
reckon
Drivers' Championship.
Vettel will veto
Well,
that.
result also
He'll try and
seals the
stop
World
Ferrari from
Drivers'
making that
title.
decision. But
Congratulations
guys, your
to our
classifications
winner after an
for this
incredible season.
Abu Dhabi
And
Grand
now I'd
Prix,
like to ask
Sebastian
you, Anthony
Vettel
Davidson,
wins the
who
race
was
with
your
Kimi
driver of
Räikkönen
the
second,
day?
Ricardo
Look at where
third,
Roman
Verstappen
Grosjean
fourth,
finished
Bottas
compared to where
works
he's
his way,
really
free
strong
stopper,
performance. So driver of the day
Ocon
has
sixth.
to
We
go
did
for him,
free
I
stopper
think.
as well, and
It may
somehow we
already
came
be
away
wrapped up,
with
but
7th
let's
place,
look
which
at
is
the
truly
constructors'
amazing.
standings.
Hamilton
Ferrari
8th. He had
extended the lead
a
at the top of the
really bad
championship.
engine issue earlier
That's
on,
it for today's
which dropped him
Grand
down the
Prix,
field.
and from Anthony, it's
Perez,
goodbye, and see
again,
you
engine
again
issue,
next
dropped
time.
him down the field from 4th place, which is really heartbreaking considering, you know, he was doing really well. Is this 100% or like 75? It's 100%, mate. I do 100% races. Thank you for joining in, by the way. I hope you're well. But yeah, it's like I say, it's just one of the things. Haas scoring a point in one of their, I don't know, more quieter races, you have to say. Kvyat 11th, Alonso 12th, Massa 13th, Sainz 14th, Hulkenberg 15th, Palmer 16th. Hulkenberg down in 15th. What happened to him? He was running in the points at one point. Magnussen 17th, Ericsson 18th, Verline 19th, and Stroll down in 20th, 2 laps down, and with a 10-second penalty, no retirements from the final race of the season. And there we go, guys. Your championship standings is as follows. Kimi Räikkönen wins the driver's title by 6 points in front of Sebastian Vettel. Hamilton finishes 3rd, with Bottas 4th, Ricciardo 5th, Verstappen 6th, Perez 7th. We finished a point behind Sergio Perez. Oh my god. If only he'd lost a position to Grosjean as well. Ocon 9th, Massa 10th, Hulkenberg 11th, Palmer 12th, Grosjean 13th, Alonso 14th, Sainz 15th, Magnussen 16th, Kvyat 17th. Van Dorn didn't score any points, neither did Lance Stroll or the 2 Saubers. The constructor standings, Ferrari absolutely dominated the championship. 778 points, 320 points in front of Mercedes. Well done, Ferrari. Red Bull 3rd, Force India 4th, Williams 5th, Renault 6th, and like I say, 51 points for McLaren. We did really well to score as many points as we did in that second half of the season. Haas 8th, Toro Rosso 9th, and Sauber in 10th. We will advance now. Bear me a second, I'll be back in a sec. I'll let you have a look at what happens next. Okay, and we're back. So there we go. 2,753 points we have going into the winter break. This is amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do with these points. Absolutely dominated signs. I don't think we're going to get an offer from Renault. I would have loved to have taken it, but I just don't think we're getting it. I think the teams that we're going to get offers from are Toro Rosso, Haas, Sauber. Unfortunately, I've already driven for those 3 teams, so it is more than likely we'll be staying at McLaren. If we are, we can then go about and start upgrading the car, putting the updates on it for the winter, and then we can see how it fares come Australia. Let's just have a look though, because we never know. They might be a curveball. Okay. Let's just have a look before we select anything. Oh! Oh my god. Oh my god. I got the teams that I wanted. Holy crap. Well, I know what team I'm going for, guys. Just wow. Just truly amazing. That's what I wanted. That's really what I wanted. Red Bull, Williams, and Renault. Look at that though, you can see though, Red Bull, second best team on the grid. You've got Ferrari as well. Like, just sheer dominance there. And I believe...
the fuck over. You got Red Bull. You got
Indeed,
Red
my
Bull.
friend.
Yeah, guys, Positively Glad is here. He is entered, even though I said I was going to bed. I stayed up because I'm doing an extra FIFA little career mode game in a minute. But anyway, we're here, and we've got Williams, who would rather piss on a fire. You've been there.
It's quite interesting. It's quite interesting that all of a sudden they decided to hire me back. It's like, oh yeah, Lance Stroll hasn't really done the job since he came back.
Let's reveal to the fans what I told you. I said that if you keep driving the way you do, Red Bull will bring you in. And my laptop is really annoying me right now. Let me just mute it because I'm involved in the stream and I'm hearing myself. So fuck's sake.
Yes, I believe before I choose my choice of team, I have been called over to an interview. So, my friend, what is it that you have to say?
Yeah, basically, this is where Pos goes into his ESR mode, and Rara, forgive me, I actually missed the end of your race, so we will start by asking where you came, and it'll make it more professional.
Okay, I came P7.
You got P7. I know you fed off Hamilton a lot of the way. How did you feel the race went?
To be honest, I was shocked that I had as much pace as I did, just because qualifying was 2.1 seconds off the pace, but I think the Ferraris were just in a league of their own, so I shouldn't really look too much into that. So really, we was about 1.5 seconds off the pace of the Mercedes, which, to be fair, especially around a track with long straights such as Abu Dhabi, in a McLaren Honda is really fair. But I think due to the setup that we had, we was able to counteract that because we did have some really good straight line speed, and we had a really, really good battle with Valtteri Bottas, and I think he'll be saying the same thing. For about 20 laps, it was just tit for tat, just absolutely amazing battle. And like I say, we even managed to keep Lewis behind us after he recovered from his engine difficulties earlier in the race, which was just truly amazing.
Before obviously we move on to the most important topic as to where Season 6 will take you, the second half of your career mode, your sixth season obviously being 24 years old, you're 18, being 24 years old, like where like where do you anticipate yourself going from here without looking at your offers, without looking at your, the potential in where you could go? Where do you see yourself going with your aspirations in your career mode? Let me know. Let the
I
guys know.
basically with the aspirations on where I see my career mode is, I just want the thrill of being able to have driven for every team. So it's basically just a chance of giving every team a chance of seeing what the car you can offer, especially as you upgrade it during the course of the season. And like I said, I didn't even expect to be driving for McLaren Honda, but due to the fact that, due to the recent updates and whatnot that have allowed the car to be competitive, it was a no-brainer to leave Williams and join McLaren, because McLaren is a team full of history and whatnot, and I hadn't driven for McLaren for a good number of years, and the fact that I came back was really good. The car felt brilliant. Like I said, we got off to a flying start, P6 in Hungary. And well, to be fair, the first 4 races were really good. P6 in Hungary, we crashed out whilst in the points in Belgium. We got like P6, I think, again in Italy. It could have been a podium had we not smashed into the barrier at Parabolica. And Singapore, again, we was running really well high up in the points. It was, really, really fun racing.
Now, do you feel, obviously, being a controversial interviewer, do you feel like a top team would employ you with your inconsistent form?
I feel like Red Bull would be willing to give me the chance, but to be honest, I feel that like I said, I think the lure of Renault and the history that they've had with obviously the engine dominance they had in the 90s, the championships they won with Schumacher, then Alonso coming back to the sport, winning all the championships with Vettel as well with Red Bull. And the fact that they've brought out, their works team again. They're ever improving. Every season they're improving. Like, so you look at Hulkenberg over the last couple of races, he was up there. He was just quicker than me. I just couldn't do anything about him. So, it'd be great to have him as a teammate and develop the car and see where we are come the first race of next season. And to be honest, I think that is where my future lies.
However, an interview has let me know something. Christian Horner has actually stepped up from behind Jerry Halliwell's panties. That's a bit of pause moment. Sorry, we're not bringing pause into the stream, but sorry, but no. Christian Horner has actually stepped up and said he's looking for a former race winner to join his team, and he wants success to partner Danny Ricciardo this year. Obviously, having the lure of Nico Hulkenberg as your teammate is good, but Christian Horner has actually stepped up and turned around and said that he wants to have two drivers here. That is rarity, James. He wants 2 drivers gunning for the Drivers' Championship. Now, obviously, having the Ferrari success for the last 2 seasons, 3 seasons now, of course, and obviously having Mercedes dominate the first 2, what is your response to Christian Horner's comments?
My response is that I'm obviously overwhelmed at the amount of confidence that Christian has in me. It's especially from someone who's basically built the team from the ashes of Jaguar to the the team they
He's
are.
Literally stepped in as a set
from the team they are today.
Boston,
it's just truly amazing. And
guy.
like I say, to a partner. To be at Red Bull, a team that the car, just brilliant chassis, so much downforce, would be truly amazing. But I don't know. I really am torn about, especially after your little intro there. It's made me think twice about what I want now. And, maybe it would be nice to actually have a chance of getting a championship under my belt before we move around the rest of the teams. Because, like I said, there's still Force India I want to drive for. There's Mercedes, there's Ferrari, and of course there's Renault that I have yet to drive for.
Admittedly, like obviously, myself and my own separate career when I was brought to Mercedes, I'll bring you guys into the intro. This is a really quick thing for myself. Forgive me, I'm not taking over our 100th episode at all. This is a monumental time for him. But obviously, I was given a chance at Force India. I shined. I was given a chance at Mercedes. I faltered. However, Rara has the perfect opportunity to gain the World Drivers' Championship. And the difference he has a whole year developing a same engine, same aspirated engine car. He has the ability to deliver results. Obviously, Red Bull do not have the power of a Mercedes. There's no mystery there. Obviously, Williams, I'm assuming, are off the table. They love to have you back, but obviously having some of the misguided results with them, what kind of their weaknesses are, some of their strengths. The one last question is, Rara, out of all of the cars that you've been offered this season, where would you want to drive, and why?
I think, to be honest, the creme de la creme is the. I think just for the smoothness and whatnot would be the Red Bull, just because you have the potential of developing the engine. And to be fair, they have caught up with Mercedes. It's basically Ferrari that are just in a league of their own at the minute. It's just I don't know.
We have a question from somebody called Tom Glamour. Then why would you not want to go and challenge him and bring him down?
Because I have this thing in my head where I always pick the weaker. I always pick the weaker team that comes in for me, just because of the challenge that they offer. And like I said, the only reason I'm not choosing Williams this time is because I've already driven for Williams. See, let's start. I was at Williams for a year and a half, and we had relatively good success. We had two Grand Prix wins at Canada in season 4 and season 5.
Then to ask the question that will ultimately decide your journey, is it now time for Rara to step into the spotlight, not the team? Is it now time for Rara to put himself up there as the man who is going to win the championship, not the team?
I think.
Admittedly, obviously, we're talking about Red Bull going to them, Renault having a lure. Renault will not be able to grant you that championship success straight away. They've made unbelievable leaps and bounds.
My mind has been decided. I am driving for Red Bull. I want to sign for Red Bull. I think the lure of a championship has to basically just. It's lured me in. It really has, and I think that I'm going to have a good time there. We're going to have some really good fights with the Mercedes and the Ferrari and the Force Indias, because they're up there all the time as well. There could be some tracks where we're not going to be good at, other tracks where we are, and like I said, it's just great to drive for a team such as Red Bull. And I apologise to the likes of Renault for not taking them this time, but should they offer me again in the future, I will certainly take it into consideration a lot more.
Then give me a few minutes. Basically, where obviously Renault are a little bit disappointed. They wanted you to go to them, but at the end of the day, you've got to look after yourself. They've got to look after, admittedly, you're still going to Renault. You're making the decision to go back to Renault. At the end of the day, obviously, as Christian Horner has said against Lewis, he's turned around openly and said, at the end of the day, he's been in an overpower car for 4 years. Admittedly, that's not who you're aiming at. You're aiming at Ferrari. And he also turned around and said about Sebastian, it's about time that the top Renault driver steps down and let another man rise up to your perch. So basically, Rara, you have 20 races at Red Bull. That's what you said. Obviously, in the past, you want to drive for every team. You've been at 4 teams already. I believe it's 4 teams, isn't it? And
yeah, I've driven for. I spent 2 years at
Toro Rosso,
half a year at Toro Rosso, half a year at Haas.
And McLaren, of course. It is now time.
Williams and McLaren.
So 5 teams, of course. Sorry, forgive me. 1, 2, 3, no, 4. You now have the ability to drive for a potential championship winning team. In a nutshell, what are your thoughts and where do you see this season going?
I think for the first couple of races, take it each race at a time. I know for a
You've
fact
got a
that
lot
I
of
do
views.
tend to, I do, like I said, I do think that I do tend to do well at tracks such as China, Russia, Spain, Canada, Austria. You know, we do tend to do well around those tracks. The other tracks leading up to them, we do have a tendency of doing quite good around there as well, such as Australia. But I think the most track that I'm going to struggle at in the first half of the seasons is Bahrain, Monaco, even in the Red Bull, and Azerbaijan.
And did you know that Christian Horner wants you to get a 1-2 around Melbourne? Because Danny Ricciardo requested it.
I think they've I think they've got too much Fosters.
Yeah, straight out of the shoe.
Yeah, he needs to take. I think Christian needs to take off that Superman cape again.
But this is Positively Glad. He has represented Rara the whole way through his streaming career. This is fuck all to do with this career mod. I want you all to say much love to Rara. He's made 100 career mod episodes. He's been grabbing no views at times. He's been grabbing no YouTube views for a lot of it. But you guys have stuck by him and kept him going. I've had to kick him up the ass sometimes. He's like, kick me up the ass back. But we are now here. The next episode you will see is episode 101. We're at Melbourne. We are at Danny Ricciardo's home. He is teaming with Ricciardo. We are going to Melbourne, ladies and gentlemen. And we are now going to enlighten Rara. He has been struggling for 5 fucking seasons. Ignore the language. Hashtag over 18. Rara, by the way, go into your settings and turn off the over 18 report thing, by the way. I'll do that later. But anyway, maybe click on a button. But much love to everybody who is watching Rara streams. You know, I help this motherfucker get to where he is. But he has grabbed it. Have you ever heard of a story of the sparrow and the eagle? Well, this motherfucker was a sparrow. He's become an eagle. He's going higher. So enjoy his content. Love it to bits. And fucking support him. And we want a driver championship. Season 6. Your man Poz has represented Rara. Poz out. Deal with it, Rara.
Okay, guys. So our classifications then for season 5. Thank you very much to Paul's Glad for the interview and for the basically drilling into my head that maybe it's about time I challenge the championship, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that happens. But our race positions then for season 5: Australia P6, China P4. Bahrain, P9. We got points in Bahrain. Well, more points in Bahrain, should I say. And it wasn't 3 temps in a row, which I can be very happy with. Russia, P5. Spain, P7. Monaco, DNF. Canada, 1st. Azerbaijan, 8th. Austria, 5th. Britain, DNF. Hungary, 6th. Belgium, DNF. Italy, 7th. Singapore 6th, Malaysia 9th, Japan 14th, USA 12th, Mexico 8th, Brazil 7th, and Abu Dhabi 7th. Quite consistent results there, especially whilst in McLaren being 3 7ths, 8th and 9th and a 6th. Just ignore the 2 races at Japan and USA. So we'll advance to next season and we will see just what developments have been made. Will we have a oh, hello, what's this? Great expectations. 20G achievement. Accepted a contract with Red Bull, Ferrari, or Mercedes. Sweet. That's more achievements in the bank. And there we go. Australia, Season 6. Red Bull Racing. Cannot wait to battle it out with Ricciardo. Cannot wait to actually be on par with Hamilton and Bottas as well, because that is where the Red Bull is at the minute. The Ferraris, we will definitely be coming after them, that's for sure. The aim is to not make for Ferrari not to have 4 in a row. It'll be challenging, it'll be difficult, but my God, we will give it everything we can. And there we go, the new season starts. Dear James, the new season is about to commence. The team are looking forward to the success you can bring. Best wishes, Red Bull Racing. And there is Chris. He's going to tell us about how he's got used to the new team.
I've been getting to know the new team and the facilities.
Let's have a look. He looks very snazzy in that Red Bull uniform.
Anyway, I'll see you in the garage.
He's upgraded.
and we'll see, and we'll have a quick look into the engine and like the development zone as well. See what Red Bull have done. That's the battle with Carlos Sainz, so I don't need to worry about that. We are second.
That'll be
above
curious. See what
Mercedes.
they actually want you to do and where do they go from there.
Let's have a
I
look.
guess.
So we are second in chassis behind Ferrari. We are second behind Ferrari in aerodynamics. Fifth in engine behind Williams, Mercedes, Force India, and Ferrari.
So you've got room to maneuver with all three areas. That's almost a godsend. You've always got something to look at. You've always got something to build on.
Yeah.
You've got something to gain every single upgrade you do. It all depends on the discounts, obviously, where you go, and where you intend to go with each individual upgrade. Of course.
Indeed. Well, like I say, guys, that is what we have for Season 6. I'll go into a bit more detail about the plans and where we're going to start thinking about upgrading the car, but until then, I need to go to sleep because I've got basically 3 hours until I wake up. So, guys, take care. Thank you very much for supporting me during this journey. Like I say, 100 career mode episodes. I just cannot believe it. So thank you to everyone who pops in stream after stream after stream. Posglad, FIFA Norway, Landon, guys like them who just repeatedly come into the stream all the time. It's just absolutely amazing, each one of them. And thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been a long-ass stream. I've been streaming for 200 minutes. Thank you for sticking around, especially those who've been here since the beginning. We will continue with Season 6 on Tuesday.
You've hit
Take
the
care,
100,
guys.
bro.
And we'll see you very soon. Take care. All the best. Stay safe.